Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well. Today I thought it would be fun to talk about some of my favorite summer witchcraft and herbalism practices and the things that I am most looking forward to doing as this summer month approaches. Hi, are you helping? No. There's room. Yeah, you can sit there. Okay, are you better now? Okay. With a helper. You're so cute. You're so cute. Okay. Oh, honey, I see you. Okay. Are you ready to teach? I'm gonna be teacher boy. And sit in my lap. Okay. Okay. Alrighty. I talked on some of my favorite practices and the things I was most looking forward to at the start of spring, or right at the end of winter as I was looking towards spring, and I had a lot of fun with it. It gave me a lot of goals of things to work on, and I think that it gave you all some fun ideas, and I got more ideas from you as well from it. So I think I want to start doing this at the turn of each season or the start of them. Okay, see you later, bub. And I figured why not jump into summer as we are now reaching that here. All of these different topics are things that I've started work on or am looking to start work on here soon. But of course I want to hear from you all the things that you have been working on this summer or are looking to work towards, and just give me all of the ideas that you have in the comments down below. I know it always inspires me and inspires a lot of you all too. So I'm very excited to share this. But before we get too deep into it, this video is sponsored. Thank you to Bright Cellars for sponsoring this video. Bright Cellars is a wine club that believes anybody can experience the joy of wine. They prioritize personalization, variety and convenience, and education, all with satisfaction guaranteed. After you take a quick 7-question quiz, they match you with wines from all over the world, curated to your specific taste palette. You can choose from 12 different plans and get 100+ varietals sourced from 80+ wine regions delivered right to your doorstep. And one of my favorite parts is that each box comes with wine education cards for each bottle that outline tasting notes, suggested pairings, best serving temperatures, and origins. I absolutely adore these cards. I find it fascinating getting to learn more about what makes each wine unique, and it means the world to get to expand my knowledge like this. Your satisfaction is guaranteed with over 600,000 5-star reviews, but of course taste can vary, and if you don't like a bottle, they'll replace it. Personally, I'm a big fan of hosting dinners and opening up a bottle of wine with friends. It always just sets the mood perfectly, and getting to try new wines like this is always exciting and opens the door to so many different conversations. Besides, with the cards, I always get inspired for new food pairings and perfect food pairings with each one that I'm to try. Beyond this, Bright Cellars also opens the door to trying unique wines that I wouldn't find anywhere else. I'm not always sure what I want to try when I'm looking for new wines at the store, but here, since they are able to match with my own preferences, I know it's something that I'll always enjoy. Plus, there's nothing like the convenience of having it show up right at your door. So if this sounds like something you're interested in, go ahead and check it out. It's due to sponsors like Bright Cellars that allows me to keep making the content that I do here. And so by supporting Bright Cellars, you can help support this channel too. Thank you so much to Bright Cellars for giving my followers their first 6-bottle subscription box, usually $150 plus, for just $70. Click the link in the description to take the quiz and get started today. Alrighty, welcome back. Hi. What is going on with the puppies today? What is going on with the puppies today? First and foremost, I am most looking forward to crafting salves. I craft them both for medicinal and magical reasons all of the time. If you've been here for a while, you know that every summer I kind of enter into a bit of an obsession with them, and I always end up making far too many of them. But I've always found them to be just one of the most versatile, easy to gift, and exciting practices, because they're something that you can put a lot of time and energy into, or just a little bit depending on what you're feeling and your goals for it. I usually like to work longer salves just because I have more fun that way, and I feel like I get to put more energy into them. But there are times where I've made them fairly quickly if I need them for a faster medicinal reason. For example, making a poison ivy salve, or well, a remedy for poison ivy with jewelweed. Those ones I make sure to work over the course of 2 days as opposed to 6 weeks and some change. Now, I have plenty of videos detailing how to craft salves, and I will link down below a very comprehensive video on how to do so. Though, of course, if there are any specific videos that you all want to see, let me know, and I would be more than happy to make a video detailing a full recipe. Truly, the options are pretty endless. As a salve is something that is meant to go on the skin, you can make them for healing reasons like treating poison ivy, for sunburns or kitchen burns. You can also craft them just for general skincare or wound healing outside of burns. And you can also craft them for purely magical reasons. I am particularly fond of making them for calming anxiety or bringing happiness, but you can also work them as protection charms or to draw prosperity or anything really that you desire. It is a very careful and quiet way to wear spells, and it's also something that flies really easily under the radar for any of you that are not really comfortable sharing your practice just yet. So as with every year, I am really definitely most looking forward to crafting an overabundance of salves. The next practice I am most looking forward to doing this year is crafting a garden spell bag. This is something I typically try to do in the spring, but I didn't start my garden until the summertime. And crafting a garden spell bag has always been a tradition for me ever since I started maintaining one. Garden spell bags can be made for a variety of reasons: to aid with the health of your garden, to promote its growth or prosperity, or to protect it. These are typically the kinds of things I like to work into these spells. But of course, as with anything, you can practice and craft this in any way that you'd like to. I usually always toss in a bit of chamomile, as chamomile is known as a garden healer. I recently have also become very fond of using mint for fortification, and I have forever been a fan of elder for protection. Garden spell bags are made out of biodegradable materials, so cloth and string that is very easy to go back into the earth. I often make mine out of scrap fabric, something that is 100% cotton, and I use 100% cotton thread to craft a little bag. And then I just tuck my herbs in there and place it in my garden. Typically, I like to hang it, and at the end of the season, bury it if I can alongside all of my herbs and other plants, or toss it into the compost if I have that going. It's meant to be in the weather and in the rain and to begin to decompose in the way that other natural things do. This way, the energy of the spell is slowly released, and at the end of the season, when it is tucked into the earth, it continues that process. I've always found garden spell bags to be a very well-rounded and beautiful practice that just brings a lot of joy and just a little extra care to a garden. And so that's something I'm really looking forward to doing, and if that's something you'd like to see, I would be more than happy to share that here, share the crafting of it here. Now, the last thing that I am most excited to do is craft some very intentionally made baked goods. Primarily focusing on syrups or honeys and jams. Though of course I'm gonna toss in as many herbs as I can. I already have plans for working with cherries and raspberries and blackberries, and I also hope to get my hands on some good chamomile and lavender. I have been gathering nettles like crazy and would like to try to make something a little funny with them, and I have more calendula than I know what to do with now. I've been drying a lot of it, but every week I've been able to fill a jar this big with it, and I feel like I need some other calendula-based projects. If any of you have any plans or ideas for working with calendula, I would love to know and would love some more inspiration. Similar to salves, baked goods are a wonderful way of working intention in kind of mundane ways, working magic in mundane ways. They're a very versatile form of working and a very easily giftable or shareable kind of spell that goes under the radar. Personally, I'm very fond of cakes and breads and things that require a little bit of effort, pastries too. I typically choose 1, 2, or 3 herbs to work with. Herbs include flowers and berries in this kind of context when I'm speaking of magical things. And I pick them with their magical properties in mind. So right now I have my hands on some cherries and raspberries. Both of those tie to love. Raspberries also tie to protection, but the protection is more based in the thorns. But later in the season, I'll be working with blackberries that tie very strongly to prosperity. I also adore working with lavender and chamomile for calm, or elder for protection. Truly anything that I can get my hands on. I like to sit and be inspired by those properties. So whenever something comes into season, I try to find a reason to work with them and something creative to come up with. It always has me crafting something new and experimenting with things and just feeling very inspired and connected to the earth in that time. It means a lot to be able to work with the seasons in this way, and I personally find bringing it into my kitchen and working magic in this way is just one of the most viable ways of working consistently for me. And it's just always exciting and leaves me feeling really good. So there will be a lot of recipes to look forward to in the time to come. And with that, those are 3 of my favorite practices that I am most looking forward to this summer. I hope you enjoyed and got some ideas, and please let me know down below what you have in store within your own practice. If you want to, I will be sharing far more details of all of these practices that I will be delving into on my other channel. There I share vlogs of my day-to-day life, far more magic and herbalism, and all of those fun things if that's something you're interested in. And beyond that, I also have a Patreon where I share art, herbal profiles, book recommendations, and monthly workshops. So if either of those things sound interesting to you, they will be linked down below. With that, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a lovely day, and I can't wait to see you again soon. Bye.
Thank you, Grandma. Thank you. Hi. I do. Okay. You're such a big boy. I know. You're so sweet. You want to talk about summer crafts? Do you have any summer crafts that you want to work on? Being handsome? You're just gonna work on being handsome and going on lots of adventures, huh? Yeah, those are your summer plans. Alright. You're so giant. When did you get this big? When did you get this big? Oh, I know. You can't chew on that right now. I'm trying to film. I'm sorry. Hey, sweet pea. I've been playing with you all day. Is that the problem? Did I finally stop playing with you? You're so cute. Be more than happy. Oh, no, we can't play right now. I know.